Hello, everybody. My name is Tony Kupas, and I'm one of the co-founders of ACN. Before I get started, I have to ask you something. Have you ever wondered what the difference was between those people in our industry that reach massive success compared to everybody else? I'm talking about those individuals that build huge businesses, incredible incomes, amazing lifestyles. What do they do different? And the answer to that question is obviously there's a lot of factors to someone's success, but I can tell you that one thing that all top ACN IBOs have in common is that they took the time to learn and clearly understand the ACN compensation plan. Now, why is that important? It's important because the more you understand this plan and how it works, the more motivated and excited you'll be about your ACN business in the short term and in the long term. And that's important. And number two, for you to fully optimize what this plan can offer you, there's going to be some minimum requirements that you must achieve. And there's going to be some goals that you're going to want to achieve. Now, so either way, the more you understand the plan, the more you can focus your efforts, set the goals that you need to set, and really achieve what it is you're setting out to do more quickly. So I'm going to help you understand exactly all those things so you can really reach the success that you're looking for in ACN. So when you look at the ACN compensation plan from a high level, there's basically 5 components, starting with fast start bonuses. Now, what are fast start bonuses? This is something over and above ACN's normal compensation plan. We offer this to new IBOs, and it's basically an incentive and an opportunity for new IBOs to earn some extra money over and above what they would normally earn. So it might look like this, where if a new IBO gets started, and let's say we ask them to acquire a certain amount of personal customers, and between them and their team, and if they do it within 30 days of their start date, they'll get an extra bonus. So it's great for them because they can earn some extra money. And this is a great tool for you because you can offer it to every single new IBO that joins your business to get them motivated to start working their business quickly. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about fast start bonuses other than that, because these bonuses tend to change from month to month or quarter to quarter. If you want to know what our current fast start bonus is, just visit the ACN compensation plan document to get those details. All right. But I do want to spend some time on the next 4 things. That's personal monthly customer bonuses. This is the upfront bonuses you can earn each and every month for acquiring a certain amount of personal customers, followed by personal residual income. When those customers pay their bills every single month, you'll get a percentage of that every single month. That's what we call it, residual income. Also, I want to cover overriding customer acquisition bonuses, or CABs. These are the upfront bonuses you can earn when your team acquires customers, and overriding residual income is what you earn every single month when your team's customers pay their bills on a monthly basis. Okay. So before I get started, I want you to understand this. Our whole compensation plan is built on a customer point system. And all that means is when you look at all the services that we offer our customers, a single service doesn't mean 1 point. A single service could be 1 point. It could be 4 points. It could be 8 points. Okay. So that's very important for you to know. And also, a single customer can use more than one service. All right. So let me give you a visual of what that looks like. So let's say this is your personal customer, one customer. Now, this can be you because you can be your own customer. Or maybe this is your friend or a neighbor, a family member, or this could be someone that was referred to you by an existing customer that you have. Either way, this is a great customer because they decided to use 4 of your services: wireless, security and automation, gas, and identity theft protection. What a great customer. Let's put a point value to each of these services. So if you look at wireless, that's a 3-point service. Security and automation, that's an 8-point service. Gas is a 1-point service, and identity theft protection, the annual plan, is an 8-point service. So let's add this up. One customer using 4 of your services equals 20 customer points. Now, this is very important for you to know because as I explain the plan, again, there's going to be minimum requirements that I'm going to show you and goals that you're going to want to achieve. It's all based on customer points. But check this out. Knowing that a single customer can use more than one service, and a single service can be worth well more than 1 point. Well, it's going to be obviously a lot more achievable, everything that I'm showing you. Okay, so let's start off by talking about personal monthly customer bonuses. These are the upfront bonuses that you can earn for acquiring personal customers. Now, if you're a brand new IBO, you have to do what I'm showing you here in the first 30 days of your start date. If you're an existing IBO, you can earn this each and every calendar month. So if you're a new IBO, after your first 30 days, you're considered an existing IBO. Okay, but here's the breakdown. When you acquire personal customers totaling 3 services and 7 points, you'll earn $75 upfront. Just get a couple more. Let's say you acquired customers totaling 5 services and 10 customer points, you would earn $200, and we'll give you an additional $200 for every additional 3 services and 6 points. Okay, I'll add it up for you. So let's say in your first 30 days or any calendar month, you acquired customers totaling 8 services and 16 points, you would earn $400, 11 services, 22 points, that would earn you $600, and so on. The nice thing about this is there's no limit to how many customers that you can acquire each and every single month. Sky is the limit. So obviously personal monthly customer bonuses are great because in any given month, you can acquire customers and you can earn upfront income. Now, upfront money is great, but what's even more exciting is the long-term income, the residual income. So now once you acquire these customers, they're going to pay their bills every single month. And that creates what we call commissionable revenue. And you will earn between 3 and 20% on all the commissionable revenue generated by all of your personal customers. So the natural question would be is how do I get to the 20%? And it's a sliding scale. The more customers you acquire, the higher of a percentage you can earn. Okay, now here's how it starts. When you acquire customers between 1 and 39 customer points yourself, you'll be earning 3%. So that's the lowest you'll earn on your personal customers. Now, once you're over 40 personal customer points, we increase that to 5%. When you're over 60 personal customer points, you now are earning 10%, 100, 14%, 150, 70%. And when you are over 200 or more personal customer points, you are now at 20%. Now, what's exciting about this is that every time you get an increase, let's say when you go from 3 to 5 or 5 to 10, all the way up to 20%, we not only apply that increase to your new and future customers, we apply that increase to every customer you've acquired, going right back to the very first one. Now, why is this powerful for you to know? Because this means you can work at your own pace. Take your time, work at the level that suits you. But it's just, as you acquire customers over time, it's just a matter of time before you accumulate your 200 or more personal customer points. And when you do, at that point, you'll be getting 20% on all of your personal customers and all the commissionable revenue that they generate. See, the power of personal residual income is every single time you get a new customer, or let's say help an existing customer you already have get an additional service, you're increasing your revenue, you're increasing your points, you're increasing your percentage, therefore increasing your residual income. It just feels great to know that every time you're working, your business is growing. Just imagine what this can be over a long period of time. Now, at this point, I showed you how to get personal upfront bonuses for getting personal customers and how to get up to 20% on your personal customers when they pay their bills each and every month. So let's continue. Let's now talk about what we call overriding residual income. This is the residual income you can earn by building a team and when your team acquires customers. ACN will pay you 4% through 5 levels of growth of building a team. Okay, so I just want to make sure you understand what a level is. All right, so here you are. You started your ACN business, you're acquiring customers, and you know that you earn between 3 and 20% of your customers. Now, when you introduce someone to ACN, if they decide to become an IBO just like you, and they get an online store and they're going to start building, keep in mind that every single person has the exact same identical opportunity that you do. They all get up to 20% of their customers just like you, and they also get paid through 5 levels of building a team, just like you. So everybody has the same motivation, same incentive. Get customers, build a team. Okay, so but anyone you personally introduce yourself, you would be considered their sponsor. And all those individuals would fall on your level one. That's what a level looks like. And you could have one person on your level one. You can introduce 2 or 3 people on your level one. You can introduce 5, 6 people on your level one. There's no limit to how many people that you can personally introduce to the ACN business. Obviously, the more, the better. Now, remember, the people on your level one, they're getting customers now, just like you are, and they want to build a team. So anyone on your level one, if they introduce someone to the business who also becomes an IBO, those individuals would fall on your level 2, and so on. So this is what levels look like, okay? And you will get 4% on all the customers acquired by all those IBOs in your first 5 levels. All right. So now for you to be fully qualified to be paid through all 5 levels, there is a minimum requirement. Here's the breakdown. For you to be paid on all the customers in your level 1 and level 2, you'll need to have 25 personal customer points yourself. For you to be paid through 4 levels, you'll need 50 personal customer points yourself. And for you to be paid through all 5 levels, you'll need 75 personal customer points yourself. Now, I showed you earlier how you can get up to 20% on your personal customers. And remember, I showed you that eventually you got to get over 200 personal customer points. So when I show you 75 personal customer points here, it's not in addition to that. All the customer points in the comp plan all count for all the things that you're qualifying for, okay? So let's just focus on this for a minute. Once you have 75 or more personal customer points, you will now be paid on all the commissionable revenue generated by all the customers in your 5 levels. All right, now this is powerful to know. And here's why, because the way the ACN compensation plan works is we don't believe in quotas. There's a lot of opportunities out there, or even sales jobs, that they require you to do a certain amount of production every week or every month or every quarter, and they call those quotas. And if you don't meet your quota, you don't get paid what you deserve to get paid. We don't believe in that. We say once you have 75 or more personal customer points, you'll always be paid on all the customers and all the commissionable revenue generated through all 5 levels. At that point, it doesn't matter how hard you're working or how little you choose to work. You built the business, you have 75 or more customer points, you're going to get paid your residual income on the business that you built. All right. So let me give you kind of a snapshot of what your business would look like as you're building it. So here you are. Let's say you're excited about your new ACN business. You want to lead by example. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go out there and start acquiring some customers. So let's say you acquired customers totaling 20 services yourself. Now, the reason I word it that way, customers totaling 20 services, is because that could be 20 separate customers using one of your services, or that could be 4 of your customers using 5 of your services. Okay, either way, it equals 20 services. But here, you've acquired customers totaling 20 services. Congratulations, you're doing a great job. You're leading by example. Now, let's say you start building your team. You introduce some people to ACN, and you had 3 people decide to join you. They all got started in ACN. They got their online stores set up and their IBOs, and they're ready to go. Now, they each acquired some customers as well. One of them acquired 2 customers. One of them acquired customers totaling 18 services, and one of them acquired customers totaling 8 services. So you have 3 IBOs. They each acquired some customers. That adds up to 28 additional services that you're getting paid on when those customers pay their bills every single month. Let's take it to another level. So let's say each of these individuals, they want to start building their team for the same reason that you are. So let's say the first IBO on your level 1 introduced 2 other people to ACN that got started. Your second one introduced 1, and your third one introduced 2 people. So you got 5 additional IBOs on your team. They all start acquiring some customers. If we add that up, you have 48 additional services that you're getting paid on in your business. Let's go to another level. So let's say the people on your second level, the first one introduced 1. The second IBO on your second level didn't do anything. That's going to happen. The third one introduced 2 people that got started as IBOs. The fourth one didn't do anything. And the fifth one introduced 3 people that got started as IBOs. So you got 6 additional IBOs that joined your team. They all started acquiring some customers. And now if you add this up, you have 67 additional services you're getting paid residual income on. Let's go one more level. So on your level 4, as you can see, you had some IBOs join as well. You had a couple IBOs that didn't do anything. But if you add it up, you have 9 additional IBOs on your team, and each of them acquired some customers. If we add this up, you have an additional 88 services. So the reason I want to show you this is because if you look at this, it's not about one person doing a lot. It's about a lot of people doing a little that adds up to a lot. So here's an example where you're just getting your business started and you've already developed an organization. We have 24 IBOs on your team, including yourself, and you've accumulated between you and your team 251 services that you're getting paid on every single month. Okay, so obviously you can just imagine what this can grow to be over time. Now, what I'd like you to understand is how to calculate what you can earn. Okay, because that's a big question. People say, what can I earn? And here's how you do it. Look, if you take all those IBOs, they're all in your 5 levels, you're getting 4% on all the customers on each of those levels. So it's real simple. You just take the 251 services that you've accumulated. Now I'm going to keep it simple because I know that you might be at the 10% level on your personal customers, but let's just keep it simple. All right, you have 251 services in your organization. You just simply, let's times that by the average revenue per customer. Now, for this example, I want to be really conservative. Let's just say the average customer there that you've accumulated spends $30 a month on their service. All right, now look, I know most of us spend a lot more money than that on our services, but for the sake of the example, I just want to be very conservative just so you understand how to calculate what you can earn. But here you got 251 services you've accumulated times $30. That you've just built a commissionable revenue of $7,500 a month. So just to be clear, that's all those customers together paying their bills. They're spending $7,500 a month, approximately. So you just take that, times it by the 4%. And in this example, you built a residual income of $300 a month. Now, if you just stopped right here and you just froze your business in time, that's the revenue you built. That's your residual income that you built. And you've just got your business started. My question I want to ask you is, how big do you want to build that $300 a month? How big would you like to build your reoccurring residual income? Okay. And so obviously the more momentum you can create, the more success you can have. Now, momentum, that's a word that we use quite a bit. And the way I can explain momentum is if you ask yourself how many new IBOs and new customers are entering your business every day, every week, every month. Obviously, the more momentum you create, the more success that you can have. Now, look, in this example, I showed you here how you can have 24 IBOs on your team. Ask yourself this: what would your business look like if you created enough momentum where you had 24 new IBOs joining every 30 days? What would your business look like if you had 24 new IBOs joining your business every single week? Okay, how do you create that momentum? I'm going to show you in a minute. But the bottom line is this: I'm sure that you are going to want to acquire more customers. I'm sure everyone on your team here is going to want to continue to acquire more customers. And everybody here is going to want to continue to introduce new IBOs to the business. So when I show you this growth, it's just not what you do, it's what you and your team does together. So just imagine what kind of business you can build. How much can you earn personally? Hey, look, it's based on what you do. It's based on how many customers that are acquired between you and your team, how much revenue you generate. The bottom line is this: the more customers, the more revenue, the more residual income you can earn. All right. So let's talk about how we can build this residual income. Look, at this point, you learned how to earn upfront bonuses for acquiring customers. You learned how to earn up to 20% on your personal customers. You learned how you can earn 4% on the customers acquired by the IBOs in your team through 5 levels. But how do we create this machine of success? And we do it through the ACN compensation plan. So when you look at the plan, everybody that joins ACN has the same exact plan. We get started as an IBO, and our goal is just to follow this plan, earn these positions. So the first thing to do is you want to achieve the position of CQ, and that just means customer qualified. And I'll come back to that in a second. The next position is ETL, which stands for executive team leader. Then you want to earn RD, which is regional director. And the top 2 positions is RVP, which is regional vice president. And the top position is senior vice president, SVP. Now look, how do you achieve these positions? It's just based on the total number of customers acquired between you and your team. The more customers acquired, the higher of a position that you get promoted to. So I'll break this down in a little bit more detail, but the way I want you to look at this as your business plan. We all follow the same plan. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, if someone gets started, they say, what do I do first? CQ. What do I do second? ETL. What do I do third? RD. Follow the plan. We all do the same thing. And that's what makes the business simple. That's what makes the business duplicatable. And that's what you're looking for, duplication, a cookie cutter type business. We all do the same thing. And it's just a matter of time before you build a massive business. Now, as you move to the right and you start earning these positions, a couple of things are happening. Number one, your business is growing. Okay, that's going to naturally happen because your business has to grow for you to get these promotions. And number two, we're going to give you incentives to follow this plan. Your compensation is increasing. So every time you get a promotion, your opportunity gets better. I like to word it this way. As you move to the right, not only can you earn more, but you get paid better. All right. Now, I'm going to explain that in a few seconds, but here's what I'm going to do now. I just want to focus on the first three positions in this training. I'm not going to go into RVP and SVP. Just know it's better, obviously, than the first three positions. But here's why I want you to focus on this. You know, the most important thing you can do is get your business started and earn that position of RD, which is Regional Director. I really want you to get laser focused to earn that position of RD. And by the time I'm done explaining why, I hope that you're obsessed with earning this position of RD. And all I can tell you is that's the first position in ACN where you get paid extremely well to lead or to help other people. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. Okay. So let me just show you how to achieve the first three positions so you can set your goal. All right. The first thing you need to do is when you become an IBO is to become CQ, which is customer qualified. Now I'm going to talk about this a lot because customer qualified is two things you need to know about it. Number one, this is the minimum that every IBO must do to earn any compensation in ACN. It's the minimum requirement. And number two, I'm going to show you in a few minutes overriding customer acquisition bonuses. And it's really based on new people joining your business and becoming customer qualified within 30 days of their start date. So just remember CQ. All right. But it's really easy to achieve. How do you become a CQ? It's when you acquire customers totaling just 3 services and 7 points. You can do that in one day. So it's very, very simple to do. All right. Now, after you become CQ, your next goal is to become ETL or executive team leader. How do you do this? It's when you acquire a total of 30 customer points between you and your team. Now, you can get all 30 customer points yourself, or you can build a team to help you. Obviously, it's easier if a team helps you. The only thing you need to know about ETL is that out of those 30 customer points, you need to be customer qualified, which means you need at least, out of those 30, at least 3 services and 7 points need to come from you directly. And all the rest can come from your team if that's the direction you decide to go. All right, now how do you become an RD? Now this is the position. This is the one I really want you laser focused on. How do you become an RD? It's when you and your team together have accumulated a total of 600 customer points. Okay, now again, you can acquire all 600 personal customer points yourself if you want to. Okay, but obviously it makes a lot more sense to build a team and have other people help you. You'll do it a lot quicker. The only thing you need to know about RD is out of those 600 customer points, you need at least 15 of those customer points to come from you personally. Okay, and as long as you have 15, all the rest of the 600 can come from your team if that's the direction you choose to go. And the other thing you need to know is we'll let you count up to 200 points in any one team. Okay, now I just want to focus on this position for a minute because this is the one I really want you to achieve. And I want you to want to achieve this. Okay, so let me just focus on this so you can make sure you clearly understand how to achieve RD. So here's like a visual of you becoming a regional director. So in this example, if you notice, you have 50 personal customer points yourself. So great. Remember, every personal customer point that you acquire yourself counts towards that 600. All right, so now you need 550 more. So each of these IBOs that you see here, they represent 1 or more people. I don't have a big enough screen to draw out all these teams, but let's just say each IBO you see here represents 1 or more people. So you got one team that has 150 customer points, great job. You have another team that has 100 customer points, another one that has 75 customer points, another one that has 300 customer points, awesome, and another one that has 25 customer points. All right, now if you add this up, you're clearly over 600. I think you're at 700 customer points. So great job. But see that one team that has 300 customer points? Remember what I said? We'll allow you to count up to 200 points in any one team. Okay. All that means is that it's good that you have 300 or more points in that team, but for purposes of getting promoted, we'll let you count 200 in that one team. So either way, you're at the 600. Congratulations, you just became a regional director. So if I were you, I'd have a piece of paper out. I'd set a goal to hit RD as soon as you possibly can. Every day, see how close you're getting, and just get there. Because once you hit RD and you see how the compensation plan has improved for you, oh man, you're going to want to hit this position as soon as you possibly can. All right, so let me break it down for you. What I'm going to cover now is the overriding customer acquisition bonuses. Now, these are the upfront bonuses you're going to earn, and they're paid weekly. As you earn these bonuses, they're released on a weekly basis, okay? But these bonuses, these overriding cabs, is where you're going to earn most of your income initially, okay, while you're waiting for those customers and that residual income to grow, which trails behind this, okay? So that's why this is important to understand this. So overriding customer acquisition bonuses, what releases a cab to you? All right, let me show you. So let's say someone joins your team. Now, this could be someone that you directly introduced to ACN, or someone, anywhere on your team. But for them to count as a bonus, okay, they have to acquire some customers within a certain period of time. And here's the breakdown. When that new IBO becomes customer qualified within 30 days of their start date, they will count towards you getting a bonus, okay? So to remind you of what that is, that means that new IBO acquired customers totaling 3 services and 7 points. And as long as they do it within 30 days of their start date, you will get a bonus. Now, keep in mind, remember, every new IBO that joins, when they get their first 3 customers, okay, they're going to receive a $75 bonus for doing that. So every IBO has an incentive and motivation to want to get their business started quickly, get their first 3 customers right away, okay? But for you to get that overriding cab, they have to do it within 30 days of their start date. Now, why am I spending time on this? Because I want you to understand this. You're going to have people that are going to join your business, and for whatever reason, they're not going to get their first 3 customers within 30 days of their start date. If that happens, do not let that upset you or bother you in any way, shape, or form. And the reason why is because these overriding customer acquisition bonus, this is the smallest part of your ACN opportunity. Let's say I joined your team and I didn't get those 3 customers within 30 days. Don't be upset, because maybe there was some circumstances going on in my life and I had a slower start than I expected. But guess what? Let's say 60 days from the time I got started, for whatever reason, my circumstances changed and I decided to take the business more serious at that time. The real question you have to ask yourself when someone joins your team is, how many customers can they bring you over a long period of time? How many people can they build on their team over a long period of time? So even though maybe they didn't get their first 3 customers within 30 days of their start date, everyone that joins their team who does, you will get an overriding customer acquisition bonus on them. So always have the right attitude about your business. Always think long-term. The value in people joining your business is what they can do long-term. Now, look, we understand that this happens from time to time. And when it does, I mean, just think long-term and understand that we know this, and that's why we pay so much in overriding customer acquisition bonuses. Okay, let's talk about that. Now, this is what's exciting. You're building your business, you're following the plan, and every new IBO joining your business now, the goal is, how much momentum can you create so you can really take advantage of these overriding customer acquisition bonuses? Okay, let's all pretend like we're brand new. We just started, we're IBOs, that we're customer qualified and we're just getting the business going. As a customer qualified or CQ IBO, every time you personally introduce a new IBO to the business who gets started, when they acquire their first 3 customers within 30 days of their start date, you're going to earn a $50 overriding customer acquisition bonus. Now, again, not only are they earning money, you're earning this bonus on the customers they acquired. Now, this is only on directly sponsored IBOs. So if your team grows to a 2nd level or 3rd level, you're not receiving bonuses on those IBOs, just the ones that you directly introduce to ACN. And this is your incentive to move up the plan and become an executive team leader. Now, remember what I said earlier? As you move up the plan, not only do you get paid more, but you also get paid better. So let me cover that. So when you become an ETL, how do things change? Well, as an ETL, from that moment and going forward, remember how you became an ETL? You got 30 customer points between you and your team. Okay, so you got promoted to ETL. Now, as an ETL, from that point going forward, every new IBO that you personally introduce to ACN, you still will earn that $50 overriding CAB when they get their first 3 customers, in 30 days their start date. But what separates ETL from CQ is that little arrow. See that little arrow under the $50? What that represents is now you're also earning a $50 override through unlimited levels of new IBOs joining your business. Did you hear what I said? So that means when you're in ETL, let's say you introduce me to ACN, I got started, I get my first 3 customers, you earn $50. If I introduce someone, who introduces someone, who introduces someone, no matter how deep your team goes, every single new IBO joining your team who gets their first 3 customers within 30 days of their start date, guess what? You're earning $50 on each and every single one of them. So obviously, it's clearly better to be an ETL than it is to just be a CQ, okay? And because of that, you're gonna have people on your team that are gonna also wanna earn the position of executive team leader. They're gonna follow the plan just like you are. Now, as soon as that happens, this could be someone on your first level, this could be someone on your 4th level, doesn't matter, but somewhere along the line, someone's gonna become an ETL just like you. When that happens, from that point forward, okay, they're gonna pick up the overriding ETL bonus on their team, and you will no longer receive that $50 override on that ETL. Now, you will on everybody else around them, but on their team, they pick it up. Now, this is your incentive for moving up to the next position of RD. Now, remember what I said, you get paid more and you get paid better. Let's start out with the more. Now, this is where you're gonna get excited, okay? As soon as you become an RD, that's when you accumulate 600 customer points between you and your team, right? As soon as you become a regional director and you get promoted to this position, from this point forward, instead of earning $50 when you help a new IBO get started, who gets their first 3 customers, you ready for this? That increases to $200. Now let's stop right there. The power of this is that, as you move up the plan, 2 things are happening. 1, you're trying to get these promotions as quickly as you can. And number 2, you're trying to create momentum in your business. But when you hit RD, you may hit RD with a lot of momentum. You may have a little momentum. You may have barely any momentum. Don't worry about that. Worry about first getting yourself to that position of RD. And then over time, it's just a matter of time before you'll create the momentum that you're looking to create. But just look at that. If you imagine you're an RD, you just introduce 1 person to the business, 1 who gets their first 3 customers in their first 30 days of their start date, and you're making $200. Now that's to unlimited levels until you get to an executive team leader. So that means eventually someone on your team, as you know, is going to be an executive team leader, just like I showed you in the previous position. And if you have an executive team leader, remember what you earned in the previous position? You earned zero in overriding customer acquisition bonuses. But guess what? That all changes when you're an RD. That 0 now becomes $150. Now, see that little arrow under the 150? Let me explain what this means. When you're an RD, you not only earn a $150 overriding CAB under your ETL, you earn that $150 CAB through unlimited levels of ETLs. Now, I hope you just captured what I said. That means that, let's say you're an RD and I'm in your team and I'm an ETL. Okay, I'm building my business and I may have an ETL on my team, who may have an ETL on their team, who may have an ETL on their team. It doesn't matter if there's 20 ETLs straight down on one team. Every time new IBOs join under all your ETLs, every single new IBO that gets their first 3 customers in 30 days of their start date, you're earning $150 on each and every single one of them. Now, guess what? Obviously, RD is a lot better than ETL, clearly better. And so you're going to have other people on your team striving to become RDs just to be paid the same exact way that you are. And when that happens, you remember the previous position, when someone hit the same position as you went to 0, that doesn't happen as an RD. When you're an RD, if you have an RD break in your team somewhere, from that point forward, you'll still continue to get a $100 overriding CAB bonus or customer acquisition bonus on every new IBO joining their team when they acquire their first 3 customers within the first 30 days of their start date. So let's just stop for a moment. Look at that RD position. Look at the numbers I just showed you. When you're an RD, yes, eventually you're gonna have an RD in your team. You're gonna have a bunch of ETLs and a bunch of IBOs. And every new person joining your business, when you're an RD, you can focus on helping all of them. You can focus on helping us maybe it's a certain team that you're putting some energy in, it doesn't matter. But every single new IBO that's joining your business who gets their first 3 customers within 30 days of their start date, you're earning either $100, $150, or $200 on each and every single one of them. So I don't know about you. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what could possibly get you excited. The question I want you to ask yourself, what kind of momentum would you like to create? How many new IBOs would you like to see joining your business every day, every week, every single month? Just imagine the momentum you can create. Look, these upfront bonuses are powerful. Every single week that you're receiving these bonuses, what's more exciting than the money itself is knowing that the only reason that you're getting these bonuses is because new IBOs did what? They acquired customers, which means you get paid now, but your residual income is growing, growing, growing. And that's what the ACN opportunity is all about. Look, I just want to talk about the first 3 positions. All right, CQ, ETL, and RD. Obviously, after you become a regional director, once you hit this position and you focus on creating some momentum, then you can set your sights on RVP and SVP. Now, obviously, to continue to work your way to the right, I said, as you move up, you get paid more and you get paid better. Well, guess what? When you become an RVP and an SVP, you get paid much more and you get paid even much better. Okay, so I'm not going to go in these details right now. We can cover this in the next training, but I will say this, just set your goal, be laser focused, get yourself to RD, create momentum. It'll be just a matter of time before you become a regional vice president and a senior vice president. But why do you want to hit these 2 top positions? Is because you get increased customer acquisition bonuses over and above everything I just showed you. You get incentive trips, recognition, you get increased residual income below the 5 levels that I showed you. And this is the biggest part. This is the part that people don't realize. When you become an RVP and an SVP, you get up to 3% as an RVP and up to 3.5% as an SVP on all the customers and all the commissionable revenue generated on your 6th level, your 7th level, your 20th level. It doesn't matter how big your team grows at that point, you're going to get up to 3.5% on all the revenue generated. So that's what makes the ACN opportunity so powerful long-term, is when you build that massive business, these top 2 positions, you get paid extremely well on that business that you've built. So I appreciate your time watching this. All I can say is just be laser focused, do the basics, and just, if you need to rewatch this training again, just to make sure you clearly understand everything, please do so. All I can tell you is if you work hard, it's just a matter of time before you can eventually become an RD, an RVP, and an SVP. So thank you guys for your time, and I wish you all the best of success.